Hello and welcome to Beyond Meditation. Looking forward to our session today. This session is all about getting into the attunement of the human vibe. And our emphasis here is to release that deep-seated conflict between the soul being, feeling confined in the human form. And as a result of this human vibe attunement, the soul being recognizes the power of the human form in its innate vibration of love. And that conflict disappears, and as that conflict disappears, it also dissolves a very deep-seated trauma of separation from our creator, from source. And the two come together, creating that ultimate oneness that we have heard about, that we've talked about. We have been doing a number of sessions over the last several weeks, where we began with focusing on the understanding of the soul being itself. And then we went into the human form and what the human form is about. And then we have started doing a series on uplifting the human form in terms of its physiological makeup. We have done a session on immunity. We did one on the endocrine and the lymphatic system last week. And this week, today we focus on the circulatory system. So we are about to begin the session. People will be joining us from different parts of the world momentarily, and we will begin. So yes, get yourself comfortable, ready to join us. Thank you and welcome. Hello, hello, hello. Jill, Asha, Helene, David, Sarah, Mohini, wonderful. Cheryl, Karthik, Sushant, Sean, Mary Catherine, Justin, Brittany. Great to see you all here. Hi, Ken. Koh Samui to Thailand. It's wonderful. Hi, Linda. Hello, Simi. Hello, Shivani. Okay, people will be joining in and Gaurav is going to work with making that joining as seamless as possible. Yes, hello, Christian. Hi, Suzanne from Cyprus. This time is really wonderful because we have several continents that come together at this time of the day. So yes, the session today is focusing on, we continue our journey of uplifting the human form. And today our emphasis is on the circulatory system. The overarching context of these sessions is really attuning our entire presence to the human to the human vibe, and that attunement is enabling at a cellular level, enabling and reactivating a remembrance of the innate vibration of being human, which is love. The soul presence connects to that vibe. It recognizes that this vibe is all about amplification, and rather than being confined by the physical form of the human form, it actually allows itself to settle into the amplification powers of this innate vibe of being human, which is love. And that is what occurs in the acknowledgement that the human form makes, in the acknowledgement of the soul being, where it acknowledges itself as being human. It receives itself as being human and accepts itself as being human. And in doing so, the human form itself rises to match that vibe of the soul presence and honors its own worthiness and what it is enabling to occur. And the two together harmoniously presence the energy of the creator. And the creator is the one that has created everything. You know, the creator So that creator energy resides in each one of us in the form of our soul presence. And all that the human form is to do is to apply its innate vibe of amplification with the energy of love, which brings in that pure essence of the innate vibration of anything. There's much more to be said about the innate vibration. That's a technology in itself, and at some point I will share that. For now, it suffices to know that the human form's innate vibe is love. The soul being recognizes the power of that, and the two come together in this oneness. I shared a couple of sessions ago that the next 7 sessions, we're going to focus on uplifting the physiological makeup of this human form. And that is what we have been working with. And that journey continues. We are on the 3rd of the 7 sessions that I have spoken about. So today the focus is on the circulatory system. And I'm going to begin straight away because these sessions can take as long as is needed for that particular system to get to a baseline level and then to be uplifted from that point on. So what this session does is it anchors and gets you on track of upliftment. And this continues as your day progresses for those of you who are in the US. And it certainly continues in a very deep healing way for those of us who are in this part of the world, India and Southeast Asia, where that healing deepens and accentuates as we sleep in our dream state. So get yourself comfortable and ensure that your back is supported. Ideally, you'll be sitting upright. You don't have to be resting your back against a wall or a chair, and you can do. The main thing is, if at all you can, then it would be great for you to sit upright. I would like your feet to be on the floor, if you can, for this work, as opposed to cross-legged. Feet on the floor would be ideal. If there's any medical condition that calls for you to have a different position so that you're more comfortable, then please go ahead and honor that need within you. And momentarily, whilst I'm getting you connected to the core of the earth, I would like you to have your arms on either side. And just like your fingers are flopping down, have your palms facing forward and just fingers slightly stretched. And you'll only hold your arms in this position just for a few minutes, and I will tell you when it's time to relax your arms and rest them on your thighs. So imagine that the base of your spine is connected to the core of the earth. The middle of your feet are also connected to the core of the earth, and every fingertip has got a golden cord going down into the core of the earth. And it's the connection to the core of the earth is done through a golden cord. And this golden cord has got the frequency of precious metal gold. It also has the presence of shungite, which is a meteor that landed on the planet 15 million years ago, and has the qualities of neutralizing negative vibrations, lower vibrational energies, and also neutralizing pollutants that may be damaging us physiologically. At this time, mixed in with the golden cord, I'm seeing the presence of a combination of emerald and rubies. So it's a very powerful stillness that comes in from the ruby presence. And emerald is creating that monochromatic green healing light. Now you can relax your arms and you can put them over your thighs. Have your palms facing upwards. In the middle of your left palm, there is a presence of lavender quartz. It's a very beautiful crystal. it's the color of lavender. And its biggest gift is an opening of your third eye, but also what it does in opening a third eye. Quartz is a very powerful repository of ancient wisdom, and also a receptor of ongoing cosmic wisdom that is coming down on the planet. The lavender quartz, with its close connection to an ascended master called Saint Germain, enables you to receive the wisdom that allows you to connect the dots. And connect the dots in a whole variety of ways. Connect the dots of all the various learnings you have had in this lifetime that are going to serve you in your work, in your career, in any particular challenge you're dealing with. Connect the dots in terms of healing that is required in any particular part of your body. What are the systems required to be activated and healed? Alongside that, the dot connection takes place. And you can literally apply the power of connecting the dots in your own way, knowing that you have the power of the lavender quartz in the palm of your left hand. Citrine is still the crystal that is there in the palm of your right hand. There's a very beautiful spray of the fragrance of a combination of frankincense, rose as we know it, and grapefruit as the essential oils have come together. I will share a separate recording of all of the significance of each one of these. I want to get going with the meditation itself. So we're going to begin with the 946 breaths. As you're doing the 946 breath, you are aligning your mind brain, your heart brain, and your gut brain. Your mind, it oscillates between the past and the future. It's about survival and plays a very important role to ensure that you survive. It is not by itself. It does not wish to have that power. It is connected to your heart, and your heart also has the connection to all of the various organs. So I call it the heart brain. And it is focused on the now. The heart is not affected by any external circumstances. It is only there in the now. And it is all about presence. It's about presencing the now. And when you connect to the now and you learn to presence the now, you can actually presence your presence. And that operates in the miracles that abound in the now. The gut brain, which is your colon, is also connected to all of the organs that make up this physical body. It is a repository. It is a repository of all the wisdom that has been amassed through the various journeys of your soul in multiple lifetimes. And also all the wisdom that currently is available to you, accessible to you as your presence transcends multiple dimensions. So breathe in 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are three very specific systems. And the congruence of these three systems is what determines our physical health. And the three systems are flow systems, organ systems, and life force systems. Dis-ease sets in first in the flow system, and it lodges itself in the organs that are weakened. Emotional distress and trauma is what weakens the organs. And there are different emotions and different types of distresses have an impact on different organs. The life force systems are the ones that bring about that movement of prana or life force, or chi as they say, which keeps that vibrant vitality going. The flow systems include the endocrine system, the lymphatic system. It includes the circulatory system. And today we are working on the circulatory system. So just imagine, well, I don't focus your imagination, relax on your imagination, focus your attention on your heart. And as you're breathing in and out, just breathe normally, breathe in and out normally. And you breathe in love, kindness, and compassion into your heart. And you breathe out gratitude and peace. And just imagine as you're doing that all of us who are here on this call, we are in a circle. And you can actually stretch your arms physically, or you can stretch them through your imagination. And imagine as if all of us are in a circle. We've got our arms stretched, and our, those cords that we have at the tip of our fingers are literally connecting each one of us, wherever we are in the world. So in the transformation of our human form that takes place, the healing and the upleveling and the recalibration and self-autocorrection that gets set in to our circulatory systems, we are sharing the benefit of that with everyone that is within this circle that we just created. And just imagine that from behind you, as if you are extending out. It's like your wings, they're extending out. And at the end of the wings, there is a connection that is starting to develop. And that connection is connecting you to your own webs of connections that you have. It could be to your extended family, to your friends, to people at work, to previous jobs that you've had, previous relationships that you've nurtured, any other human connection that you've ever experienced. So there are these circles of little nodes that make up this powerful web of connections that is taking place. And the intention of those connections is, as we work on our circulatory system, the circulatory system has the innate vibration of flow, and that flow starts to return into the circulatory system. That vibration of flow starts to spread across all of those nodes that have just been formed. And there may be some of you who don't see or feel anything. There may be some of you who may just be trancing out, and some who might already be asleep. My communication is cellular, so you are receiving what I'm saying. The impact and the effect is taking place as you receive this wisdom that is choosing to come through at this time. And I'm guided to begin our connection to the circulatory system, starting from the spleen, which is, my human form is a little surprised about that. And of course, this is the perfect place to start. Spleen plays a very important role in the creation of hemoglobin. Whether or not you have a spleen, the energy signature is there. And by focusing on the spleen and bringing all of us into a common baseline where the energetics of the spleen are that of a healthy spleen. The originating intent of the spleen was and is that the spleen is like that crystal ball, a mystic's crystal ball that is a continuous receptor of cosmic wisdom. And this cosmic wisdom that the spleen receives flows out into our body through our circulatory system. And the intention is to bring about flow in our being. The physical presence of our body is the vessel of expression and the vessel of fulfillment of the divine presence. So the physical body is just as important as the soul presence that it houses. And spleen is one of the key originating congruence creators in this physical body. By focusing our attention on the spleen, we have literally connected to every little globule of hemoglobin in our body. The next place I'm directed to go to is that part, that region in our body which is just inside of the calf muscles, the diverticular veins. I'm guided to go there first before we get to the heart. And there is an internal pumping that has been activated. So if some of you feel that you're shaking, it's okay. Some of you feel that you need to yawn, you can't stop yawning, or any other movement of energy that might be taking place within you. There's a lot of movement of energy that is taking place as a result of that resonance that is being infused through the diverticular veins. There is also a sound frequency of the origin of the universe, which is the sound of Om. It is actually being placed like a chant into the diverticular vein and that whole system that connects to the heart from there. The intention of this chant that is being placed there is to enable that whole system of our arteries and veins and the heart and the blood vessels and the capillaries and everything else that enables the flow to take place. A remembrance is being brought back of the originating intent by the creator and creating that system. If you feel any spasms in your calf, which can sometimes happen at this point, whilst you're sitting down, just lift your heel and bring it down. Lift your heel and bring it down, like a pumping, a physical pumping action. Everybody will not need to do it, but if you do, go ahead and do that. Then lift your toes and bring the toes down. Lift your toes, bring your toes down. With a tapping, lift your toes, bring your toes down. Lift your heel, bring it down. Lift your toes, bring them down. Lift your heel, bring it down. Lift your toes, bring them down. Lift your heel, bring it down. Lift your toes, bring them down. You should be nicely settled now. And anything that no longer serves, anything that no longer belongs in that vertical vein system is literally being released energetically through your heel. And it is going to the middle of your feet and it's being taken out into the core of the earth. Give permission for that to occur. And now we focus our attention into our heart. You've been breathing in love, kindness, and compassion, and breathing out gratitude and peace. You just remain in the heart and keep going, love, kindness, and compassion, and gratitude and peace as you breathe out. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. And as you're doing that, we are bringing in a very powerful healing light. And this is a light that is actually anchored on our planet through our holy river Ganga. She is the goddess of light. Just imagine as if you are standing there and there is this amazing illuminated river. And the light from that river, some of you I know here have been there. Several of you have been there with me and Gaurav as we've done our retreats there. And even if you haven't, I'll be happy to share a video from our time there so you can anchor it in your memory. Just imagine there is this light that is shining up, rising from that river, and it's being alchemized with the light from the sun, and it's entering your heart. And it is leaving your body from the other side, from your back. But as it enters your heart, it actually literally travels across the entire circulatory system, the entire system of your main blood vessels, as well as the heart itself and all the valves and all the functionality that it embodies. Each and every muscle fiber that makes up the muscle of the heart and the muscle of all of your arteries and veins. Ganga has this very unique property of cleaning itself. It's very hard to pollute Ganga. It can get dirty, but it does not get polluted. You can get the water from the river Ganges and it never grows mold in it, never. You can have it for years, for decades. That's That's a unique property that exists in there. So the light from that river is what is going in. And as it is going in and your body is starting to get accustomed to it, you will notice your breath is becoming deeper. If there was any palpitations in your heart, they're relaxing. Your pulse rate is normalizing. And you find your own inner center of gravity. The circulatory system is a very big contributor to getting us out of balance. And it is actually the destabilizing our center of gravity that often causes that getting out of balance in a variety of ways. Physical out of balance, as well as mental out of balance, as well as emotional out of balance. Keep receiving this light. Your body can take it because it is being released out of you. You may feel hot at this point. It's one of the ways of sometimes removing toxins that have accumulated in the form of any impacted matter or any crystals. One of the ways to work with that is through heat. And there's a natural occurrence of that heat that is taking place. We are actually getting into the rhythm of the circulatory system and its innate vibe of flow. And using that innate vibration of flow to bring about a very powerful healing and auto-correction. We are bringing back the memory of the originating intent of each and every organ and blood vessel at a cellular and a nanocellular level within those blood vessels of how it is meant to function. Our bodies, our physical bodies, were created by the Creator. But every little cell was programmed with its originating intent and also programmed to autocorrect itself. Your golden cords are very active right now as your system is releasing any energetic interferences. It is also taking the energetic vibrations of that which no longer serves you out of your system. It is going to make your terrain one that becomes very uncomfortable for predators such as bacteria, parasites, and viruses as you return to the originating intent of your circulatory system. A very powerful booster of immunity. As your immune system, in its different layers and different guises, starts to reconnect, and a remembrance returns of what its intention is. All you are to do is to allow it to occur. Give your permission for your circulatory system to get normalized. There are certain blockages that sometimes come in the way of the cerebral spinal fluid moving comfortably. And that comes from a disruption or malfunction in the circulatory system. That has just been corrected. So some of you will feel as if your spine is being stretched. And in that stretching, the muscles that were inflamed because they were having to support the spine by, being out of whack in terms of their natural posture, those muscles start to relax and feel relieved. So you will notice that also. I'm going to anchor this with a 946 breath. And then we are going to focus our attention on the human form. And through the human form, we will bring about the declaration of its union with the soul being and its unconditional acceptance of the power that it upholds, that keeps it in balance. So we are anchoring it, getting yourself into a whole brain state around this. Breathe in, 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as you do the human vibe attunement chant, I would like your right hand to go over your navel and your left hand to be there just over your solar plexus. Repeat after me. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. Just connect to the fact that this is your human form that is making this declaration. And in its declaration, it is accepting the fullness of being human. And the fullness of being human recognizes the acceptance, the receiving, and the acknowledgement of the soul being as a human. And the human acknowledges itself for all that it is worth and all that that is worthy of honoring as it acknowledges itself as a human. It receives itself as a human and accepts itself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. Take your left hand just over your heart and have your right hand just slide over your body and bring it on top of your left hand. Just breathe into your heart love, kindness, and compassion. And breathe out gratitude and peace. Breathe in love, kindness, and compassion. Breathe out gratitude and peace. Breathe in love, kindness, and compassion. Breathe out gratitude and peace. Take your hands in front of your throat, rub them against each other. Put them over your eyes. Open your eyes in them. Take them on top of your head, the back of your neck, on either side of your shoulders, and do an energy sweep. And blow. The Human Vibe Attunement session is complete. And as always, I love to hear from you, your one word that you're present to, that you would love to share. And in doing the work that we are all doing, I wish to really share my gratitude. For each one of you, as you're showing up, you are playing your part in uplifting the vibration of the entire planet. It is the vibration game. It always has been. And it is a vibration game that is actually going to bring about a complete healing of all that is called for at this time. So thank you for playing your part. Thank you for joining us. Join us again. We have the next step in the 12 steps to exquisite enchanting relationships. That will be at 5:30 at Pacific time today, and that is 6 a.m. India time, 1:30 in the morning for those of you who are in the UK and Ireland. And I know some of you join it regularly. So you'd be so welcome to join us there. It is a very powerful step, this one. Yes, I won't reveal it until the session begins, but it's a very powerful one. Yes, it'd be great to receive your words. Love, love, love. Hearts, hearts. Amazing opportunity. Centered and calm, illuminated. Calmness. Peace. Amplified. Yummy. Thanks so much. Zen. Peaceful. Thank you. Gift. Stillness. Love. Divine touch and presence of the divine felt. Great love and gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So beautiful, illuminated, centered and calm. Yes, more gratitude, flow, gratitude, peace, deep gratitude and thanks. Cleansed, gratitude and peace. Magnificence, gratitude with love. Beautiful. Yes, see you all tonight or tomorrow morning for those of us here from India. The circulatory system is going to keep working. You know, we've got ourselves on track. So just be with yourself, allow yourself to experience whatever shifts take place. So, you know, and share if you would like to more about it. Thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you soon. It's really hard to leave the meeting, and we just have to end the meeting right now. Thank you so much. Thank you.